午前10時。
パーティーの前に何をする？
プレゼントを買う。ダン君は何色が好き？
青が好きだと思う。
じゃあ、後で青い服を買う。
いいね。
その後、これはどう？前が青で後ろが白。
いいね。僕はこの青と赤のシャツをあげる。
自分で作ったの
？3年前に作ったよ。
午後3時。お誕生日おめでとうございます。何歳になった？
ありがとう。僕は1986年に生まれたよ。
じゃあ、僕より一つ上だね。At the end of this video, you'll be able to fill in the blanks on this worksheet with the kanji for each word. This means, of course, that you'll also be able to read those words when you see them in kanji. Check out one of the previous videos in this series if you're not sure who this video is for.
Gozen 10時.
The two kanji in gozen make it very easy to learn. The first kanji, go, we learned as noon, and zen we learned as in front in the meanings and writing series. In front can also mean before. So if we go with the literal meaning, noon before, we get the meaning of this word. In nicer English, AM or morning. When referring to time, it can mean any time between midnight and 11:59 a.m., thus AM. But when used in the middle of a conversation without a time attached, it usually refers to the times between when it becomes light and noon. Write along with Yuki here, or pause the video and use the diagram on the left to try and practice writing the word.
午前10時. Gozen 10時.
This is just a pop-up telling us when the first scene is going to take place. Gozen, AM, 10時, 10 o'clock. An interesting thing to note here is that gozen always comes before the time, unlike AM or in the morning does in English. You can use the kanji before to help you remember that fact. If you made it this far in this series, you probably have a good grasp of the types of stories you can make when trying to memorize words. You may have also found that stories you make for yourself are almost always better than ones others make for you. With that in mind, from this point on in the series, we'll give you one or sometimes two example stories in each video, and the rest will be left up to you. Feel free to share your stories down in the comments. Here's your one story for this video. Imagine you're visiting a Zen temple in Japan. Their motto is Go Zen, but they only go Zen in the AM. So, gozen uses the kanji noon and in front and means morning or AM. パーティーの前に何をする? Here's our in front kanji again. This time it's alone and read as mae, not mai. Careful with that. It took me many years to get that down, and I still mess it up sometimes when I'm not being careful. Anyway, it can mean both in front and before. Quick little bonus exercise that's not in the script. You can try this. A, e, I, u, e, o, a, o. A, e, い、う、え、お、あ、お, and go faster. あ、え、い、う、え、お、あ、お, to help you get that transition. And you can do that for all the hiragana. かけ、きく、け、こ、かこ。かけ、きく、け、こ、かこ。あえいうえおあおあえいうえおあおあえいうえおあおあえいうえおあお all the hiragana あえいうえおあおあえいうえおあお
パーティーの前に何をする？パーティーの前に何をする？
For our first actual sentence, I ask Yuki, パーティーの前に party plus complex noun no, 前 before, に target. So before the party is the target of 何を what. What is the object of する do. Altogether, party before target, what object do. So 前 uses the kanji in front and means in front or before.
プレゼントを買う。ダン君は何色が好き？
青が好きだと思う. The word 青 uses the kanji we learned as blue, and fortunately, it also means blue. Look how blue it is.
青が好きだと思う。青が好きだと思う。
Yuki says present object by in relation to my question about what we're going to do before the party. She then asks what color Dan likes. I answer with our sentence. The sound of thinking. 青が, so blue is our subject. 好きだ, likes it is. と思う, I think. So, blue subject. Like it is, I think. As in, he likes blue, I think. I don't know, Dan. What color do you like? Let us know in the edit. Imagine that you get punched in the leg after someone sees a blue car with a missing headlight. You shout, ow, 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 why? You look at your leg and notice that the spot that got punched is turning blue. I know I said you weren't getting any more stories, but that one just seemed too obvious to let go. I miss Padiddle. We don't have that here. So, ao uses the kanji blue and means blue.
じゃあ、後で青い服を買う。
いいね. Later on, the word ato will be very useful for you. It's probably useful now too, but it means later or after, so I did what I had to do. Ato uses the kanji we learned as behind, and we'll learn why that's one of its meanings later in the video. It's often paired with the de particle, as in ato de. It still means later, but it's literally later via. The de marks later as the time being used to do something.
じゃあ、後で青い服を買う。じゃあ、後で青い服を買う。
Yuki responds to me letting her know that Dan likes blue by saying, じゃあ, well then, 後で, later via, aoi, an adjective that means blue or bluish, 服を, So blue or bluish clothes are the object of kao, will buy. Well then, later via blue clothes, object will buy. I say, ii ne. So I think she's buying blue clothes. So, ato uses the kanji behind and means later or after.
その後
When ato is preceded by sono, it becomes a whole new word. Sonogo. Sonogo means after that, as opposed to just later or after. This should be obvious from the fact that sono means that near the listener, and ato can mean after. The odd part is the kanji behind is then read as go instead of ato. That's just something you have to try and remember. Keep in mind, though, that you may sometimes hear someone say sono ato, and thus wouldn't be misunderstood if you were to use it instead of go.
その後 その後
You can get access to the worksheet in this video, and other worksheets as well, if you're a member of ToKini.com. You'll also find an Anki deck that teaches all the JLPT N5 and now JLPT N4 kanji's meanings and writings, as well as extra sentences that aren't in this video for helping you to learn how to read them. Not to mention, we have tons of other grammar, vocabulary, reading, and listening content. Check it out today. While sonogo can absolutely be used within actual sentences, it can also be used in title cards like we have here to mean later on or after that, in transitions on TV or in movies. So, sonogo uses the kanji behind and means after that.
これはどう？前が青で後ろが白。
If you see the kanji behind with a ro after it, it's now yet another word, ushiro, and this word finally means behind something.
これはどう？前が青で後ろが白。これはどう？前が青で後ろが白。
We get to the clothing shop and Yuki says, これはどう? This topic, how about? 前が, so front subject, 青, blue. She then uses the de, which means and for nouns and adjectives. 後ろが, so new topic is behind or back, 白, white. Altogether, this topic, how about, front subject blue and behind or back subject white. So, 後ろ uses the kanji behind and means behind. いいね。僕はこの青と赤のシャツをあげる。赤. See this color? It's 赤. See this kanji? It's also 赤. The meaning of it, not just the color of it.
いいね。僕はこの青と赤のシャツをあげる。いいね。僕はこの青と赤のシャツをあげる。
Yuki showed me her choice in design, and I say, いいね. Good, isn't it? As a whole, that's often translated as sounds good. 僕は me topic この青と赤のシャツを this blue and red connecting no shirt object あげる will give. So 赤 uses the kanji red and means red.
自分で作ったの？
The word 自分 uses an N4 kanji we'll learn later that means oneself. That's helpful because combined with segment, the word 自分 means oneself. We use it a lot when talking about things one can do on their own or by themselves. Obviously.
自分で作ったの？自分で作ったの？
Yuki's surprised by the shirt I'm planning to give Dan. She probably thought I was going to buy something at this store as well. She gives a surprise sound and then asks, 自分で oneself via, in other words, on your own, 作ったの? Made? That no is an informal question marker, kind of like the ka question marker at the end of sentences with des and mas formality, but this one's more casual. So, 自分 uses the kanji segment and means oneself. 3年前に作ったよ。Taking a look at the kanji in 3年前, we see 3, year, and before. The meaning is exactly what the kanji says it is. 3年前, 3 years before or ago.
3年前に作ったよ。3年前に作ったよ。
When Yuki asks if I made it, I say, yeah, 3年前に, 3 years ago, target, 作ったよ, made, friendly new info. So, 3年前 uses the kanji 3, year, and before, and means 3 years before, or 3 years ago.
午後3時。
We learned a word with the kanji for noon earlier in this video, gozen. That word meant a.m. or in the morning. This word, gogo, is similar and, despite the combination of noon and behind still sounding like a.m. in English, since the kanji behind can also mean something like after, we can deduce that gogo means afternoon or p.m. specifically. While technically this word represents all the hours between noon and 11:59 p.m. and is absolutely used that way when referring to times, it's mostly used to refer to the times between noon and when the sun goes down when used conversationally, like in this sentence. 午後は忙しい? Afternoon, busy?
午後3時。午後3時。
午後3時. We're just using a title card here to refer to the time, kind of like we did with gozen. Here it's 午後3時, afternoon, 3 o'clock. So, 午後 uses the kanji noon and before and means p.m. or afternoon.
お誕生日おめでとうございます。何歳になった？
The official word here is 誕生日, which means birthday, and uses an N1 kanji and two that we've actually learned, life and sun. The o in front is what's called the honorific o, and it adds some politeness or respect to the word, especially when saying things like happy birthday to someone. What month is your 誕生日? Let us know in the comments, but don't give us the actual day and year or anything because that's kind of a privacy concern.
お誕生日おめでとうございます。お誕生日おめでとうございます。
Yuki and I finally arrive at Dan's birthday party and shout, お誕生日 birthday, おめでとうございます usually just translated as congratulations. We then ask an invasive question that we always used to chant when I was a kid. How old are you now? How old are you now? 何歳に what age, target, なった became as a question. なった So, お誕生日 uses the kanji life and sun and means birthday.
ありがとう。えへへ。僕は1986年に生まれたよ。
じゃあ、僕より一つ上だね。The kanji for life is the only one in the verb 生まれる. The word itself means to be born, so the kanji's pretty appropriate.
僕は1986年に生まれたよ。僕は1986年に生まれたよ。
Dan responds to our invasive question with a math problem. He says, ありがとう, thanks. He then makes a laughing sound, before saying, 僕は me topic 1986年に So the year 1986 is the target of 生まれたよ was born. Friendly new info. Yo. So 生まれる uses the kanji life and means to be born. Don't go anywhere because next is the quiz. If you've enjoyed the video so far, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps, I think. Try to write down or fill in the word on the worksheet if you have it as we go through the whole scene. Or trace it on your hand like this.
午前10時午前10時
パーティーの前に何をする？パーティーの前に何をする？青が好きだと思う。青が好きだと思う。
じゃあ後で青い服を買う。じゃあ後で青い服を買う。その後これはどう？前が青で後ろが白。前が青で後ろが白。
僕はこの青と赤のシャツをあげる。僕はこの青と赤のシャツをあげる。
自分で作ったの？ 自分で作ったの？
3年前に作ったよ。3年前に作ったよ。
午後3時。午後3時。お誕生日おめでとうございます。お誕生日おめでとうございます。
僕は1986年に生まれたよ。僕は1986年に生まれたよ。
先月、私の弟が生まれました。先月、私の弟が生まれました。まだ午前の仕事が終わっていません。まだ午前の仕事が終わっていません。一番好きな色は青です。一番好きな色は青です。自分の部屋は自分で掃除してください。自分の部屋は自分で掃除してください。仕事の後、食べに行きましょう。仕事の後、食べに行きましょう。誕生日プレゼントを買いましょう。誕生日プレゼントを買いましょう。家を出る前に朝ごはんを食べます。家を出る前に朝ごはんを食べます。午後は家に帰ってからジムに行きます。午後は家に帰ってからジムに行きます。誕生日に赤い靴が欲しいです。誕生日に赤い靴が欲しいです。お兄さんは3年前アメリカに行きました。お兄さんは3年前アメリカに行きました。運転するときは後ろの車も見なければいけません。運転するときは後ろの車も見なければいけません。
We'll be covering even more words in the next video in this series. If it's already out, you can click here to continue learning with us.